Hello everyone, apa khabar? Let's start off with this example. The meeting started at 1:15 and ended at 4:20. So how do you say this in Malay? So one of the questions that we've got is how to convey time. And for this case, 1:15 in Malay is simply 1:15. 1 is 1, 15 is 15, and 4:20 is 4:20. If you want to be specific, we add the word pukul, pukul. That essentially is somewhat similar to o'clock in English. So the full translation in Malay would be mesyuarat tu mula pukul 1.15 dan habis pukul 4.20. Mesyuarat tu mula pukul 1.15 dan habis pukul 4.20. Okay. However, the time of 1:15 is more commonly said as satu suku. Suku means a quarter. So 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour. So if someone says satu suku, it means 1:15 in terms of time. What about 10:30? So that can either be 10.30 or 10.30. And setengah means half. In this case, it's referring to half of an hour. So 12:30 can be 12.30. 8:30 is 8.30. You can say 12.30 or 8.30. It's not wrong, but it's less common. But what about if it's 2:45 p.m.? So this in Malay would be pukul 2.45. And in this case, we don't typically say it as 3 suku or 3/4. No one really says that, and we keep it as 45 in this case. Okay, so how would you say we waited for half an hour? So to wait is tunggu. And the way we say an hour in Malay is a clock. So the word for hour and for clock is similar, which is jam. So it's also the word for watch. So an hour is sejam. Half an hour would be setengah jam. Kami tunggu setengah jam. Kami tunggu setengah jam. What if it's 25 minutes? Kami tunggu 25 minit. Kami tunggu 25 minit. What if it's 15 minutes? So we've addressed earlier that for a quarter of an hour, it's suku jam. But in this case, if it's describing 15 minutes, we keep it as 15 minit. Kami tunggu 15 minit. We don't say kami tunggu suku jam. That's not typically said. Okay, on the topic of half and quarter, there's another word for half in Malay, which is separuh. Separuh. And this is not in the context of telling time. It's in other contexts. For example, its price was reduced by half. You can either say harganya dikurangkan setengah or harganya dikurangkan separuh. Okay, so kurang means reduce and harga means price. What about if you want to say, I only filled half the bottle? So if something is full, it's penuh in Malay. So to make something full or to fill up something, it's penuhkan. A bottle in Malay is botol. Saya cuma penuhkan separuh botol, or you can use setengah also. Saya cuma penuhkan setengah botol. So what about if it's a quarter? He poured in a quarter cup of sugar. So to pour something is tuang. A cup is cawan and sugar is gula. Dia tuangkan suku cawan gula. Dia tuangkan suku cawan gula. And in this case, if it's 3/4 cup of sugar, that would be 3 suku cawan gula. Okay, so that's on the topic of suku and separuh or setengah, and how they are used in different situations, including to tell time. See you in the next lesson.